Hey there, how y'all doing? I'm here again for another deck profile. This is for my Crystron deck. Uh, I got inspired to make this deck by the PK Sparks Dead Hotness. Uh, I hope if he ever sees this video, I love you, man. Uh, Anyways, here it is. It starts off with 3 Crystron Thistverns, uh, and 3 Crystron Smigers. Uh, Then 2 Crystron Rosenix, 2 Crystron Pressyordle, 2 Crystron Stolfefners. Uh, those are all the main monsters that aren't tuners. For tuners, I have 3 Crystron Citries, 2 Crystron Quans, and 1 Crystron Ryan. I only have 1 Ryan because it's all I've pulled from packs. I do want to get a second one and replace one of the Citries for it, so that way I have 2 Citries, 2 Quans, and 2 Ryans. But for now, I think this is a good mix. I've played a lot of good matches with this monster setup. Now with all of the tuners, they each have a different ability of special summoning on your opponent's turn, special summoning a monster from either your hand, removed from play, or the graveyard, then synchro summoning that turn. Like Ryan. Ryan says, during your opponent's main phase or battle phase, you can target one of your banished non-tuner monsters, special summon it, but it has its effect negated, if any. And if you do, immediately after this effect resolves, synchro summon one machine type synchro monster, using only that monster and this card. This is a quick effect. So, like I said, since it's a quick effect too, your opponent can be attacking and you can use it, just like Thanos' Snap, and then special summon, say, Solfefnir, then get a nice level 8 monster out. Quan is from your hand and Citries from the graveyard. If you guys want, I can make another video going over combos with this deck. But let's continue. Going on spells, I have 3 different dimension Deep Sea Trench. This allows me to banish 1 water monster from my hand, or it allows me to banish 1 water monster from my hand, graveyard, or face up on the field. Then when this face up card is destroyed, I can immediately special summon that banished monster. Now with the main non-tuner monsters, like Rosenix, I can use their ability to destroy a face-up card in the field to activate their on-field effects. So I can use Rosenix's ability to destroy it and special summon 1 tuner, thus getting some monsters on the field. Then I run 2 Crystolic Potentials, and along with that, I run 1 Terraforming. This way, I have a good chance of getting the field spell without clogging it up with a lot of terraformings. Because if we do end up going really late game, I don't want to see terraforming and then not have any field spells in my deck. Next up is 1 Foolish Burial to send monsters to my graveyard, obviously. A lot of them have an ability in the graveyard. Like Rosenix again, I can remove it from play in order to get a token on the field. Then I have 2 Pot of Acquisitiveness. This way I can bring back 3 banished monsters and shuffle them all into the deck. and then draw one card, obviously. With how much I might be banishing, I think it's good. Then I have 2 Twin Twisters, obviously for back row removal. Then 2 Swords of Concealing Light. With a lot of how some current decks are, if the monsters are face down, it's easier to take them down. Then that's all for spells. Then for traps, I have 3 Crystron Impacts and 2 Crystron Entries. Those are the only 2 like Crystron traps I have. They're really useful. Again, if you guys want me to make a combo tutorial, I'll be happy to make it. Then I have 2 Jar of Avarice. Shuffle 5 cards from my graveyard back to my deck. I think it's good to do that, especially since if 1 Jar of Avarice is already in my graveyard, I can use the second one to shuffle the first one back into my deck and just keep recycling Jar of Avarices back into the deck. Then to round it off, I have 1 Solemn Strike and 1 Fiendish Chain. Okay. Then for the extra deck, this is not a good extra deck by any means. I want to get like 1 or 2 more Link monsters, and I want to get a level 8 Synchro monster. So it's by no means finished. But to start it off, I have 2 Crystron Quandaxes. This is a level 4 tuner monster that I need for a Quiriogandrex that'll come up later. I have 3 Crystron Amatrixes, nice and level 5. I have 1 Armory Arm for a bit of extra power in case I need it. I have 1 Powered Insectron, which can't be destroyed by battle or card effect the turn it's summoned, and I take no battle damage. So if there's ever a case where I need to stall for a turn, this card is really useful for me. Then I have 1 Super Heavy Samurai Stealth Ninja, mostly for the defense. You know, Super Heavy Samurais can, the Synchro monsters, at least can attack and defense. So, useful in case I need that defensive power. Then I have 2 Crystron Phoenixes. I've won so many duels against some of my friends with Phoenix alone. So I do think that it's useful. Then I have 2 Crystron Quiriogandrex that needs 2 or more tuners. Oh, I was wrong earlier. I need Quandax for Phoenix, not Quiriogandrex. So, my bad. Then like I said, I have 2 Crystron Quiriogandrexes. Easily a fantastic monster. Easily. I love Quiriogandrex. I always love getting this card on the field. It always feels so nice. Then I have 1 Exceeds. I have 1 number 47 Nightmare Shark. I've never really used it. It's just kind of there at the moment. Then I have 1 Link monster. I have 1 Decode Talker, just so I can have a Link. Like I said, that's it for this deck. Like I said, nowhere near finished at all. But I hope you liked it. I hope you like this deck profile. If you want more in the future, just let me know. And that's it. I hope you all have a nice day.